Rob Seco, Future Farm. Today's innovations, tomorrow's solutions.
We're on Future Farm, and in this area now, harvest is full steam. And so pretty soon, harvest is going to be complete and people are going to be thinking about fall nitrogen. And so let's talk a little bit about nitrogen management.
That's right. So nitrogen is one of the largest investments that a farmer can make on his farm. Not only is it one of the largest investments, but it also has one of the biggest impacts on next year's yield and profitability. So one of the major things a farmer needs to think about is having the right amount of nitrogen in the right place at the right time for that plant to actually yield. So Todd, tell us just a little bit about, why is that and what are ways that we can get that done with fall applied nitrogen?
Well, you mentioned it is one of our highest input costs to grow a corn crop. It's also the most volatile of all the nutrients that we apply. And we apply nitrogen in multiple formats, but you still have to remember the crop, the plant, regardless of the plant, they only take up nitrogen in two different forms. One's ammonium, which is NH4, the other is nitrate, NO3. And the difference between the two, one binds to the soil, the other moves in the soil solution. And so if it moves in the soil solution into the plant, it also percolates down in through the soil profile. So you have your root system up here, but all your nitrogen's down here. So we need to protect where it is so we have the nitrogen at a level we need, when we need it, and where we need it.
Yeah, so that nitrogen leaching, so when the nitrogen moves down through the soil or when it volatilizes out of the soil, there's got to be some strategies in order to keep it there. Otherwise, there's just not enough equipment to get across all these acres in the spring.
Right. And there are some long-term products that we have used that are known as nitrification inhibitors. And one of the new strategies that we're looking at Rob Seco and Streamline Ag is a more biologically friendly opportunity to keep nitrogen in forms that are more stable in the soil. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make an application to suppress that enzyme known as urease to slow down that activity, so now we can catch some natural rainfall to incorporate that urea that's been on the surface. We incorporate that into the soil profile where it's now safe to then react and then become ammonium, which will end up becoming nitrate.
Exactly. So then it moves it down into the soil and kind of captures it within the soil in the root zone.
Exactly.
In order for that plant to be able to take it up in the spring and early next summer. Now, how would one go about applying this with their nitrogen? What are the application methods of this NCase technology?
This particular product either goes on, impregnated on dry granule prilled urea, or you put it right into your UAN tank as you're making the application, because it mixes very well with that. Then if we're thinking about anhydrous ammonia, now we have another product that's an NCase product below ground, that what it does, it is a biologically friendly nitrification inhibitor. So it helps suppress a bacteria that is the catalyst for what's known as the nitrification process. So what it'll do is it'll help keep it in the ammonium form, which attaches to the soil, which the soil has a negative charge, and ammonium has a positive charge. So we want to keep it in that positive charge as long as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we know that soil health is such an important factor today. Everybody's talking about it, and this particular product we're talking about can be a key factor in maintaining and improving soil health.
Exactly.